What's going on, everybody? It's the one and only Q from Retro Q Gaming back at it. Now, what are we doing here? Well, we are in the unlikely situation that I am procrastinating like a motherfucker. And I am very, very bored. And in an attempt to try stretch whatever reason I can to not do what I'm supposed to be doing, I even set up my Xbox One again just to play some Halo. So hopefully it all goes well and hopefully it works. If this wants to connect to the lobby, that is. This never usually takes that long. And I can't back out for some reason. But think of this not as a monument to all my sins, but think of it as a monument to my procrastination. Because you know it has to be dire, dire times. Oh, lovely. Wait, is this my punishment? The one time I actually decide to try and play my Xbox again. I even go to the trouble of setting it up. Now, what was it? There was something I was going to do on my dashboard, but I don't remember what it was. We'll boot Halo back up and go from there. But is this going to be the case? The one time that I do try to play it, the servers are going to be down. That would be just my luck. Very poetic, if you ask me. Of course, unfortunately, we are playing this on Xbox One. Base Xbox One. Day one launch Xbox One at that. Because we were let down. We were let down by the early leak and then the non-announcement and the lack of materialization of an actual announcement of a PC version of Halo 5. Which technically should exist and should be a thing. Okay, we connected this time, all well and good. I got some packs randomly. These are obviously login packs and stuff. So we'll just bang out these really quick. There's going to be nothing important in these. Funny enough, I still have my Valentine's Day pack from like last year. Kind of depressing, isn't it? Like, no one I know plays Halo to the point where I still have a pack that I have to gift to someone from over a year and a half ago. Now, anyway, back on to the firefight. Hopefully I haven't lost my touch. It's just, it's been a while. And while I did play one match of this about a week or so ago, actually, that's right, I set up my Xbox like last week or whenever it was, played one game, and then disconnected it and stored it all back away. I did notice there was a lot of balance changes, and not only do I need to get back to used to playing the game, but there was some balance changes, mainly in cost of Rex, so I do need to worry about that as well. I can't even remember what my kind of loadout or default loadout or preferred weapons and stuff were, but it makes it all the more confusing when a bunch of them were actually changed as well. That doesn't help. But hopefully it goes well. Of course, to be fair, I'm going back in on Legendary. There's the Heroic one, which is the easy one. There's the Legendary one, which is basically the standard one. And there is the Mythic version above it, but I'm not ready to just jump straight back into that. That one's the one that includes and incorporates skulls and whatnot into the rounds. I don't think it's going to be safe to go back into there. But we'll see how regular Legendary
this is Warzone
Firefight goes.
You're the last boots on the ground.
It's funny, I still get comments on the video where the video I made where my Xbox One X died. Obviously I'm using this on my base Xbox, but I used Xbox One X footage for that video, and because I still get comments on it, I see the video quality a decent amount.
Covenant threat.
And going back and looking at this now, this is rough. I mean, we always knew Halo on Xbox, base Xbox, was no spring chicken. It was no graphic pusher, it was no Crisis. But I mean, you do really sometimes forget.
Takedown.
I still have my skills though, that's what matters. And of course, said skills do pay the bills. It's a shame. This does need to hurry up and come out on PC. Oh, I'm accidentally sticking my own dude. Because I would still play, I won't say a large amount of it, but I would still play a decent amount of it. Oh no, I'm stuck. I got stuck on something. Between Gears of War 4, and Halo 5 Firefight, I actually used to use those two games as my kind of time waster games. But I basically retired them. I don't play Gears of War as much, and obviously before the one game last week, and then today, I haven't played Halo in months. Oh, there's something behind me. Left out in the open, what was I doing? See, they've even put a basic battle rifle down now. The most basic battle rifle used to be a level 3 wreck. I also need mouse and keyboard for aiming.
We're getting heads up.
Yeah, I'm all over the place without it. It really shows I haven't played a first-person shooter with a controller in a long time. It also feels like we're doing exceptionally bad. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, I stole that guy's kill. I hate, you know, I shouldn't have done that because I hate it when it happens to me. When you're like assassinating an enemy and you're doing your cool assassination and then suddenly someone else just shoots it and kills it mid-animation. I always feel robbed.
Wreck confirmed.
I'm trying to remember which is which. I'm just picking kind of random ones here.
Wreck confirmed.
Really, most of the difference is only the scope.
Spawn timer increased. Incoming Prometheans.
Are they upstairs?
Hostile Knights.
Oh no, they're outside. Okay.
Wreck confirmed.
Shouldn't be a problem as long as these lads don't get in my way. One of the few new weapons that's actually pretty good.
Shots all over me. Lights down. Incineration cannon. Shields are full.
And they only put it into either Firefight, which I found strange.
The fire from the night. On heavy fire. Get this light off me.
The upgraded version is better, but I didn't have enough Rex to actually buy it. Because these are actually hunter arms. I'm sure, as every Halo player knows, hunters have multiple different attacks, this being one of them. What? Where did that come from? Motherfucker snuck up behind me. I hope everyone else in there sorted them out at least.
Wreck confirmed.
Come on, give me something good. Give me a tank or a mantis or something. Ah, it's a ghost. I mean, at least it's one of the good ghosts. There's two other ones that are shit, and there's one other one that's also really good. This is basically the second best one. Of course, I have the ghost when he's up on top. But hopefully I can take these lads out. I know they're not vital, but... Okay, the other lads got them. Get some bonus points, get some bonus points. Not bad, we got a couple. Level 5 Rex after 2 games or 2 rounds isn't bad though. That's actually pretty good. Like, granted, you can get to certain variations where I can get like Rec 5 in the first round, but this isn't one of them. But this could go really well or really poorly. Yeah, that went really poorly. If you do that correctly, you can actually just run over all of those with the ghost instantly.
Enemy going low. Taking fire. Enemy elite.
Oh, I need upgraded shields, but that's way, way further. Well, at least someone's putting my ghost to good use.
Teammate down. What?
Teammates are falling to the Covenant.
Yes, Arbiter, welcome, welcome, and yes, I am extremely hyped for Halo Infinite. I really hope it turns out to be something good and not a letdown. Oh no, I walked backwards onto that. I didn't even see it there.
6 Rex available.
I really, really hope Halo Infinite is something really good. Don't let it be a Destiny clone. Don't let it be a loot-based game. None of that crap. Give me a proper, full-on, story-based Halo game. That's what we want. That's what we need. It's been way too long. Oh shit! It's been way too long since we've had proper Halo entries. Oh fuck! He snuck up behind me. The art style. Have you checked out the... Obviously you probably watched the stream of it as well. If you go onto YouTube, believe it or not, and watch the actual announcement trailer, you can watch it in non-streamed 4K, and it actually does look really, really good. So that's even better, and I definitely recommend doing that if you haven't already.
Solid hit on that one.
Wreck confirmed.
This is a poor choice here, but I'm thinking ahead. I'll be able to do basically nothing this round, but I'm thinking to the next 2 rounds. Yeah, the new engine, Slipspace engine, I'm not sure if that's the... I don't think it's the Halo 5 engine. But it does look really nice. And I can't wait to play it completely maxed out at 60 plus frames per second on my PC. glorious mouse and keyboard. Yeah, see, I can't do anything. They're going to be up there with him. They should be able to sort him out easy.
2 minutes remain.
If they can't kill him in 2 minutes, this is an embarrassment. Oh yeah, they have him.
Elite takedown. Round complete. Level 7 Rex available.
Now the interesting stuff's gonna come up. This guy trying to... I should charge him Rex for spending time in my tank.
Round 4.
Here we go. Let's see how quick we can not get wrecked. Because this is one of the grunt guys. I don't remember what they're called, but they're in like the dreadnoughts.
Covenant threat.
Oh my god, we are getting animalized right on top of us.
Enemy Wraith is tearing me up! Way to finish that grunt off! Target's damaged!
That wasn't fun.
Teammates up! Get back!
Yep, there it is. He was not expecting him whatsoever. Thought he'd be elsewhere. We have to take out the Ray. Oh, we didn't even get to take out the Ray. So that royally fucked me up. This is going to be a bad idea, but let's do a Banshee Ultra. Because we'll get destroyed out of the sky by him, I can feel it. Yes, it's not going well at all. We are getting the fuck out. They're gonna probably chase me. I'm just waiting to see them floating behind me.
Find them! Explode them!
That's right, I'll ram my Banshee into one of their bigger ships, it doesn't matter. Oh, I got nailed right in front by it. That's poor, and now I'm, whoa, fucking rolling on the street.
Your weapons are... Stop that, Banshee!
It's always nice to get disabled by a plasma blast while you're just floating away everywhere. That's one thing I won't miss when this does come to PC, actually. You see, when I was flying down there a second ago at the grunts, and the extremely aggressive auto aim, or aim assist, or whatever you want to call it, just fucking dragged me right away. There's none of that stuff on PC because we have mouse and keyboard. There it is, extremely aggressive aim assist again. I was trying to shoot at the Dreadnought guy, and I can't remember what they're actually called.
Complete.
Grunt Mech? Maybe Grunt Mech. And the other thing just flew in front and just dragged my aim completely off it. I do kind of miss playing Halo 5 though.
Incoming Covenant threat.
Now, if only Microsoft would announce Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 backwards compatibility, I'd have a reason to leave my Xbox connected up. Oh my god, there's loads of them. For a while there, it looked like they weren't all loading in. I don't even know what... Oh, there's stuff underneath me. I was wondering where I got destroyed from. Even though I'm not 100% sure on what I used to use, some of these are ringing a bell.
Wreck confirmed.
I'm hoping this is going well. What up, Wolf? Welcome. Get some Halo in for the first time in a while. Hopefully I'm not at a complete loss after all the balance changes and being out of the game for so long.
Banshee takedown.
Oh, that was perfect. Both of them just exploding.
Banshee takedown.
Damn, he was destroying it with that Banshee.
Multiple wraiths on the field.
Oh, the Wraiths. I can probably get a good weapon for this. Alright, losing one rocket is inconsequential. Oh, I've no Spartan lasers? Unbelievable.
Get back! There's a sticky!
Wreck confirmed.
Now, this will do better. That'll lock onto a lot of stuff.
2 minutes remain.
That should do. Oh, look how close it is to being blown up. If I can just hit it one more time. Damn, it got in behind cover. Oh good, we have backup. Oh my, that's unbelievable. I didn't even get an assist for that raid. With how much damage I did, I didn't even get an assist.
They're falling to the Covenant.
I'm not jumping in your Scorpion. I have a better weapon for the moment.
1 minute left.
Oh, that's a bad idea. I instantly regret this. Well, I actually didn't notice we're about to fail. I wasn't keeping an eye on the time. Oh, it's over. I can't respawn by the end of this. There's no way they're going to take them out in 10 seconds.
Objective failed.
Well, not a triumphant return, but it's certainly a start. The Wii U is dead to me, Paul. The Wii U does not exist. In fact, what is a Wii U? I've never heard of it. At least the Xbox One had something that appealed to me on a minor front. Something that I could sit down and play and just whittle away the hours with. I won't say hours, I mean, this is only my second game, but... I mean, what am I going to do that with on the Wii U? Let me run around London in Zombie U. Great idea. Always a good time. I mean, hell, most of the library's already been ported over to the Switch. So that's not gonna matter. But I mean, we do some crazy things when we're procrastinating. I should have titled the stream something differently. It's not so much exact boredom. It's more so a combination of boredom and procrastination. Because I really... Yeah, technically I was really bored. But I was scraping the absolute bottom of the barrel to try find something to do, to not do my PowerPoint. And thus, Halo 5 was born. Or at least today's session of Halo 5 was born. Who knows, I might even keep the Xbox connected up. I'm slightly less pissed off at it these days. I think E3 might have done that. Microsoft showing off a couple of games that I'm actually happy about. Although I'm still a little bit salty over the Halo 5 available on Windows 10, but not. Hopefully it happens eventually. I need my mouse and keyboard. I need my max settings. I need my higher resolution. I need my tons of frames per second. But until that day, I will play this low dynamic resolution 60 and below frames per second console experience with a controller like a filthy console pleb. I mean, is there like 10 people playing Halo? What's going on here? Oh, and that's right, Halo is so well designed with the matchmaking in Halo 5 that you can't actually like back out or anything because, yeah, it's so well designed and well programmed. The next gen Xbox with the whole, what do we call, with the whole, what was it, Project Scarlet thing, I'm not putting as much faith into it as everyone else is. Just because, I mean, every console manufacturer looks forward and probably within like 1 year of release they're talking about their next one. They're talking about their next console. Not so much talking about it, but they're developing it behind the scenes. So I think too many people are probably reading too much into what was said at E3. I know there's a bunch of rumors and all, like insider info and all that stuff, but I never truly believe all that. I always take it with a big heaping bowl of salt. Okay, I'm just gonna have to back out of this and shut the game down and start it back up. I'm just gonna shoot the shit for a minute for Halo 5 there for a little bit, Lopez. I'm not really worried about going crazy, dude. Like, I'm gonna do probably if I do keep it, I'm looking into trying to set up like multiplayer sessions and all, but just for today I'm just venting, if you will. So I'm not gonna bother playing like multiplayer or anything for today. I say multiplayer, you know what I mean. But hopefully it is coming soon. Hopefully they actually. Hopefully I can. Wait, I'm on expanded, so hopefully I can find a game. And my Rex haven't spawned yet. Dedicated servers. There's something you don't see in many games these days. One of the few benefits of first-party games from Microsoft. They actually use dedicated servers, which is nice. Beautiful. We get urban. My least favorite level in the entire game. But I mean, going back to the whole potential Project Scarlet and next Xbox or whatever, does it surprise me? Absolutely not. I mean, Xbox One is basically a write-off at this point. That's funny. As soon as I started streaming, well, a little bit after I started streaming, someone else that I watch started streaming. But I mean, did you notice that when they showed off Halo Infinite, it didn't even say Xbox One and Windows 10? It was just coming soon, you know, and it was just the announcement of the game. So it would not surprise me whatsoever if they were doing like I always predicted, and that they were developing it with a several-year cycle to have it as a big launch title day one on the new platform.
This is Warzone Firefight.
And if it launches next year, 2019,
Fight through rounds of increasing.
I mean, okay, granted, 6-year consoles.
Round 1. Eliminate all Promethean soldier units.
I mean, six years isn't too bad. But where it really starts to get dodgy is Xbox One just being a complete piece of shit the entire time.
Red confirmed.
I mean, I've compared the Xbox One to the Wii U many times, and that's unfortunately what it feels like. But hey, I mean, why would they want to put a lot of development time and resources into a game on a failed console? So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they do it. But having said all that, will I buy the next Xbox? Probably. Will I buy it on day one? Probably. As long as there's some sort of game on day one that I can justify buying it for. Think of it, I like to think of it as an investment going forward. It's like I did with the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I bought the Xbox One on day one with only Dead Rising 3. Didn't buy another game until the following year with the Master Chief Collection. I did the same or something similar with the PlayStation 4. I bought it not day one, so I bought PlayStation 4 week one with Killzone Shadowfall. I don't think I bought my next game for like a year and a half. But I just look at them as investments going forward. I'm also very impatient. one thing I will say though is when the next Xbox does come out, if on day one, yes, if they do have all these like big, fancy, appealing launch titles, that's all well and good. But if I can get all of them, including the first-party ones, on PC, we're gonna have a problem. Or at least we're gonna have a problem when it comes to a reason for me buying the new Xbox. Because when the Xbox One came out, Dead Rising 3 wasn't available on PC for a good while after. Killzone Shadowfall is obviously a PlayStation exclusive, so that wasn't coming out anywhere. But we have to play it by ear. No, don't worry, Distracted. I'd never completely get rid of my Xbox. I mean, as much as it pissed me off over so many varying different amounts of times, the worst I did to it was I left it on a shelf in the other room for like 4, 5, 6 months. I connected it up about a week or so ago, played one match of Halo, one game of Firefight, and then disconnected it and put it back on the shelf. And right now, I'm procrastinating so hard that I connected it back up. And I'm not a fan of actually getting rid of stuff. You guys know me. I'm a collector. I like having a lot of stuff. I keep almost, I won't say trying to justify buying an Xbox One X again, but I just can't find a reason to. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Like, that's pretty much my theory behind the whole. Well, it's one of the benefits of the collecting stuff. Distracted. When I'm bored, I can go up and I can just look at everything I have and think, okay, I've got over 20 consoles. Surely there's something I can pick out and play on here. And come on, you know this game is enhanced, but not on my base day one Xbox. I mean, I'm streaming it at 1080-60, so I'm sure you can see the horrible dynamic resolution kicking in and looking awful under 1080p. Now, one thing you will see is... Oh, don't... This guy's trying to run me over. One thing you will see is if they ever do get off their arse and finally release this on PC like they're supposed to, then you'll actually see me probably streaming a lot of this.
Red confirmed.
Mainly for two reasons. One, I haven't played it in so long. And two, well, PC version. Don't worry, I figured you were talking about an Atari 2600. Either that or some kind of crazy new future computer that we don't know about. I'm doing good, Wolf. I'm doing good. Despite a little bit of boredom and procrastination, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Halo is staving off some of the boredom here. Now, as far as Atari stuff goes as well, you could be talking about that supercomputer that is the Atari VCS, which is in absolutely no way, shape, or form an absolute scam. Because they haven't been showing off fake footage in all their videos and reveals and whatnot. There's no way they'd do that on something that's been pushed back and delayed and had all sorts of questionable stuff several times over. Well, we're gonna have a good wait for that, Lord, unfortunately. That's a long way off. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Distracted. I need to look up the new trailers and stuff from E3 that I didn't look at before.
Red confirmed.
For the Polymega. I remember we talked about that just before. It was either just before E3 or during one of the conferences, and I completely forgot about it. Oh, absolutely, Wolf. Absolutely. I cannot wait for Halo 5 Infinite. Or Halo 5 Infinite. I cannot wait for Halo Infinite. It's been so long since we've got a proper Halo game. I hope they don't mess it up. I hope they don't like try make it a Destiny style game or anything like that. Because when you think about it, Infinite can be taken many ways.
Level 5 Rex available.
It doesn't seem to be down to the UNSC Infinity like in Halo 4. But it seems like it's more... What has me worried is more along the lines of the subtext of the word. Infinite could mean infinite amount of players, because it could be like a Destiny style game. It could be infinite amount of longevity, because they could add new, I won't call them quests, but new content and new updates and all. We have to wait and see how it goes. Personally, I want it to go well, because obviously I'm a big fan of Halo, but they just don't have my trust at the moment.
Round 4.
Well, thank you. Thanks for that, Wolf. I appreciate that. I hope to see you back on a regular basis. That'd be pretty nice. I stream pretty often, put up regular videos too, so I'm sure I'll catch you around on some of them. That's another one, Distracted. Infinite DLC, that could technically be a bad thing. They could just have it as one online persistent world. Basically think of something like Destiny or World of Warcraft. They could just have the one base game and infinitely upgrade it. Or update it. By the way, what kind of stuff did they show off in the new Polymega video? I mean, I don't mind you telling me about it, because obviously I'm going to go watch the video anyway. It's not like it's a spoiler.
Red confirmed.
The main thing I'm interested about for the Polymega is the disc-based systems.
Warden Eternal is destroying our teammates.
Oh, not video, but interview. Okay, well, interview is good too, because they still go over a lot of the details and give off all the info. I'm gonna pick off all the smaller guys so that my lads can get in with their big weapons, do some serious damage to the wardens. Oh, good, we're back to 5. Perfect time for a reload. Oh, cool. I'll head up to I'll head on over to their Twitter and actually try to find it that way. Some of it has real potential. Like, I know I'm an original hardware guy where possible, and I do have many of the original hardware as it is, but there are some benefits to it, especially if it's, well, depending on how they're handling it, there could be some very nice benefits to it. I don't even know if it's possible to do FPGA stuff for disk-based systems. But that's a system seller for me right there. If you can do FPGA for disk-based systems, I'm sold. I have a friend who's going to be sending me a US PS2 at the moment, or well, over the next couple of weeks.
Red confirmed.
So to be able to use it in the capacity of a PS1 or PS2 would be fantastic. I mean, hell, PS1 I'd even be happy with.
Hostile rights.
It's like, I can't even remember most of the setups for these spawn locations and the rounds. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I used to know the stuff like the back of my hand.
Red confirmed.
I forgot how much I love binary rifles. Just on the principle of it being a cool weapon. Almost have one of them down. Well, there goes one. Which is nice because I can replace... Yes! Oh, see what I mean? This is what I was talking about from the one earlier. I was even getting the assassination on. And I got stuffed.
Threat.
Video made a few months ago shows the comparison of the load time between a Polymega and, oh wow, the Neo Geo CD. I'm sure the Neo Geo CD takes forever to load. Early CD-based technology, eh? Probably like a 1X CD drive. No, I didn't mean to... What else was there? There's the Sega CD was the same. I mean, hell, even the PlayStation was the same way. Its load time was questionable. Love this incineration cannon. We might actually win this despite it being on the worst level of the game. Oh no! That was a perfectly timed weapon swap. He just needed a single headshot to take him down. of course I would run out of bullets at that last second. Oh, I forgot that Wraith was there. I'm gonna do something stupid. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. I forgot you can't. I forgot you can't jack vehicles in Firefight. Oh yeah, vastly improved load times for sure. Something like maybe the Saturn or the PS1, PS2 maybe. Now that would be my, that would pique my interest. I'm actually really disappointed in myself. 4th place, that is absolutely shocking. I usually consistently place 1st place. But I mean, let's be real, it's my 3rd game back in like 6 months. So I am expecting a little bit of rust. How do I buy packs again? There we go. Obviously, we're using rec points because I'm not spending real money on these. I actually have almost every wreck in the game at this point. I've got something like 80 or 90% of the wrecks. I have almost every weapon and vehicle wreck. I'm still missing a good few of the armors and helmets. Well, what was that popped up? Oh, lovely. There's a problem with the dedicated server. That's always fun. I really hope I didn't lose that RP bonus. No, it's still there. I wonder what's going on with Xbox Live today. Never usually has this kind of problems. But hey, what do I know? I haven't played on I haven't played anything that's not Gears of War 4 on the PC on Xbox Live in 6 months. And I also feel really strange using this headset. I'm using my Xbox headset instead of my usual, much better headphones. And this game does need... This game needs its own version of the Polymega as well. One that has considerably quicker load times for Halo 5. Because this game loads like shit.
Suit up, Spartans. This is Warzone Firefight. You're the last boots on the ground.
As you can see, like how long do we have to wait for... Like, we have the 8 players, and then we wait for so long when it's just loading. And we start deploying into the game, and it takes an inordinate amount of time.
Incoming Covenant threat. Hunter targets.
Speaking of Halo Infinite, from something I forgot to mention a little bit earlier, there's also a point that someone else brought up that I didn't notice during the... Or well, that I didn't think of during the actual reveal. Is when you see Master Chief, or so, you know, you see him standing there, he has his helmet beside his leg. It's not cracked like it became in Halo 5 when Locke hit him. What did he do? I think he smashed his face in his knee. Now, okay, he could have potentially got the helmet replaced. That's not very Chief though. that's not a very chief thing to do. So could it be set before Halo 5 instead of actually being Halo 6? Always a beautiful time to run out of ammo. Not looking perfect timing. Lots of damage. Shoot him in the orange. Shoot him in the spongy parts. Oh, they're behind me too. I'm dead. Got trapped on a rock.
Another infidel! Hunt down!
Cool, nice one, distracted. Thanks for that. I'll be able to get around to reading it as soon as we're done here. Hopefully it turns out well.
Lost it. Enemy beam rifle. Ping one. Got a tackle locked on him. We got the kill.
The whole fact that it's interchangeable is really cool. Simply because, you know, no one wants to pay, let's just for argument's sake, say €500 for a system that can do it all, when they only want one specific platform of that system. Oh, for sure. I'd imagine it's probably a fairly comprehensive interview, which is always a good thing. The more details we get on anything, the better. Except the Atari VCS. No one wants any details on that. Fake news. Showing off fake footage. Claiming people that are pointing out the fake footage are fake news. I mean, it's not even really technically the same company anymore. It's not Atari from back in the day. And that is blasting me in the back. I'm dead. Or maybe I'm not.
Level 2 Rex available.
Good kill.
I am curious though, just before I go and read it. Did they give an estimated release date or anything?
1 minute left.
Or an estimated launch date, or... Oh, what the fuck just sniped me? There was, okay, apparently there was a jackal inside. I'm just waiting for everyone else to start running by that door and just keep getting sniped.
30 seconds left. Hunter takedown. Round complete. Level 3 Rex available.
We get some fancy ones in the meantime.
Rec confirmed. Rec confirmed. Rec confirmed.
Well, later this year is good. It's promising. Means they're hopefully fairly close to
Respawn timer increase.
actually being viable.
Incoming Prometheus.
don't worry, I know all about the ills of fading memory. I prefer to think of it, in my case at least, oh my god, that was the worst possible place to spawn with a vehicle. In my case, I like to think of it as I know so much about so many things that it starts overwriting and just cramming everything else out of my brain. I just know too much, that's all it is.
Rec confirmed.
I'm trying to think of what the original name of it was. I know there used to be a different name on it before it was the Polymega. Now it was exactly the same. They just changed the name of the system. I think it was like Retro Blocks, maybe? Oh yeah, you got it in the stream chat. Retro Blocks, yeah, perfect.
There's a crawler out!
Oh, get in cover. Lads up top are gonna get me. Oh, fuck. I'm just really curious about what's coming next from Analog. They've hinted that a Mega Drive / Genesis is next. This was not a good vehicle to get. If I get blasted by one of those, I'm in some serious trouble. Oh, I'm in serious trouble anyway by the looks of it.
Round complete. Level 4 Rex available.
I don't know. Like I've also been toying around with the idea of getting a consoleized MVS. There's that new one that's out at the moment that's really popular and apparently really good. I know someone that has it and he does nothing but praise it. And there's a bunch of other people as well online that just... I don't know them as well, but they've got them too and they highly praise them too.
Targets nearby.
But at the same time, that seems a bit excessive just for me. I'm not a huge Neo Geo guy. There's not much I'd actually buy or play on the system. Maybe like all the Metal Slugs. But do I really need a several €100 consoleized MVS for that? Whoa, that almost stuck me. I mean, sure, it'd be an extra nice thing to have. Consoleized MVS, and a lot of the... Well, not so much a lot of the games, but a decent amount of the games, for the Neo Geo at least, on the MVS side of it, would be relatively cheap. Like, a lot of the Metal Slug games are fairly cheap. You can get some other decent games on there too, like, I think it's Bust a Move, and some other cool ones too, that are pretty cheap. Oh, I'm stuck. The fucking velocity of their grenades is ridiculous.
That elite got a piece of me! Got a jackal on me! Return fire!
I've nothing really good I can use here against these. Well, I guess I'm hoping for the best with the rocket pod. This isn't going to end well at all. I'm going to get up there, maybe get one shot of rockets off and then die.
Shields recharged. We got a man down.
You're a bad influence on me, Distracted. I keep telling myself I want to chill and cut back a little bit on like retro game stuff. And then people like you come in and talk to me about like some of my favorite hobbies, and it makes me want to actually buy them and spend more money on them and get more stuff. Oh my god, that went off too late.
Elite takedown. Elite takedown. Level 5 Rex available. Elite takedown.
Enemy going wild.
Round.
It's really inopportune timing for you to influence me in this way as well. because over the course of the next probably 2 weeks, I'm gonna. Oh, that guy just like nearly took my head off with that mongoose. Over the course of about the next 2 weeks, I'll probably be heading up to what I will call the local retro shop. Granted, it's still a bit of a trip, but it's the only real big one around here. And yeah, when I walk in there, I tend to spend too much money. I'll go in with the intention of buying 1 or 2 games, and then I'll come out with like maybe 8 of them and €300 less. So it happens, and it's kind of bad. Oh, that doesn't lock on. Oh well, I get something that does. What makes it especially bad is I followed them on Twitter, the store, and they just posted up today about a new. Oh, good, I can get the anti-air one. Like their Sega Mega Drive collection, or their Sega Mega Drive section. They posted up some of the good titles they have in stock, and they actually have one I want, which is a boxed copy of Sonic and Knuckles. Kind of hard to come by because over here the boxed copies of Sonic and Knuckles were actually in cardboard boxes, unlike the regular Mega Drive games, which were just all in plastic, like hard plastic boxes. Oh come on, how is he not dead?
Phaeton takedown.
Much better.
Level 6 ranks available.
Totally me. I completely took out that last guy.
Level 7 ranks available.
But I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy the thrill of going to a place, seeing what they have, finding something good that I really want or whatever, and buying it, enjoying it, coming home, playing it.
Final round.
I mean, I'm not a shelf collector. Well, to an extent I am. I don't typically buy games just to have them sitting on a shelf. I buy them to play them. Of course, I do keep them on my shelf for extended periods of time after I complete them, but I will go back to them. There's a couple of exceptions, of course. Super Famicom games. I mean, I have a PC Engine CD game that obviously I can't play. There's a handful of games. Like I'd say, out of every game I own, I'd be hard pressed to find 10 games I bought just for collector's purposes. No escape. No mercy. It's perfect timing that they're all just air stuff and I have an anti-air raid.
Banshee takedown. Multiple wraiths on the field.
Oh shit, my bad, dude. I almost completely wrecked that lad. He's shooting me, yes. I realized that I accidentally did damage to you. Calm down.
Recharged and ready.
I feel like I'm lagging a little bit here as well. Maybe it's just the Xbox being the Xbox. I mean, it's trying to render more than one thing at a time. Of course it's going to struggle. Of course, right as I say that, it starts getting like laggy and frame skippy. Oh, I thought I was dead. When it blew up, I looked down for a second, and I looked back up, and I was just standing there. Well, hopefully they have it done by the time I'm not going to spend crazy amounts of stuff on Rex here.
Wreck confirmed.
I miss my shields being lower. I think they used to be a 5. No, you know what? I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. No spending exorbitant amounts of money. Oh no, there's lots of stuff here. No spending crazy amounts of money on stuff that I don't need.
One hit. Get rid of that truck.
I'm helping. I'm helping. Totally helped. That was all me.
All rounds clear, Spartan. Simulation complete.
If I hadn't hit it with the plasma pistol blast, it wouldn't have been disabled, and then it would have just turned around and killed them all. So, that was all me. Wait, someone actually talking in the game? That's weird. You never usually have anyone with a headset these days. I think I'll have one more game, and then I'll call it a day. But surprisingly enough, the Xbox will actually stay connected up for the moment. So I know last week or whenever it was, when I played the one game after I reconnected it back up, I actually just disconnected it and put it back on the shelf. But this time, today, it's going to actually stay there. This has given me it's proved an adequate distraction from PowerPoint. But I actually really need to get around and doing my PowerPoint, which, as you can hear in my voice, I'm absolutely thrilled at the prospect of making a presentation. Variety is the spice of life. That's why I like to not be a fanboy about stuff. Like, I mean, you know, why limit yourself to games on a certain platform?
Suit up, Spartans. This is Warzone Firefight.
I mean, sure, I don't enjoy everything. Like, I don't enjoy racing games and whatnot, but
Fight through rounds.
that's one of the reasons why I never understood fanboys. Like, what does a game or a piece of plastic or a console or whatever, like, why, you know? Like, what meaning and benefit does that have over your, I don't know, your purchase, your anything? It just, I just don't get it. They confuse me. And that is why I play everything. Oh, there's someone behind me still. Oh, someone's pushed me in. That's not good. Oh no! Oh, it fell off. Crap. No problem, Distracted. Thanks for joining. Not kicking some shit. Shooting this shit with me, you know? Just anything to break up the monotony. Besides, like I said, this is my last match anyway, so you're not really going to miss much. Have a good one anyway. Get some fresh air. Lord knows one of us needs it. Oh well, Lord knows one of us should get it. The good old potty bag. Don't worry, I'll check it out as soon as this is over. Maybe I'll make my presentation on the Poly Mega. No, unfortunately I can't.
Going loud.
Some mad bastard in there, in a room of
Firing on me.
in a room of them all. He just starts to assassinate one of them.
You're one shot.
Man, his balls of steel.
Firing on me. One out. Good aim. Target down. Tackle.
They're gonna spawn behind us. What? Did I not get my weapon? Oh, I didn't confirm it. Okay. Oh no, it's not, it's just not loading for some reason. Well, that's promising.
Stopping the lead. One down.
I guess it's a good time to be the last match if it doesn't want to load on my ship properly. Hopefully it'll do better after a little bit. Maybe when I get a new wreck level.
Finished off in the lead.
That's a lot to ask for in this game, though. Oh, I just walked around the corner and he was getting assassinated. Oh, I didn't see the little guy behind him until it was too late. I would have won if it was one-on-one. Yeah, my weapons won't... I can't upgrade any of these. I can't swap them out. This is going to be real bad later on in the level. If we even make it to later on in the level. It looks like we're about to fail this one.
Lead kill. Throwing grenade.
Might pull it back at the last couple of seconds.
Seconds.
Love me some announcer. Good old Jennifer Hale. I have the announcer voice pack, but I've tried them all. Nothing beats Jennifer Hale.
Round complete.
I can't perform unless I have Jennifer Hale shouting at me. Yeah, this is not good. I can't pick up any other weapons. Or I can't get any other wreck weapons. I mean, if someone starts dying and dropping shit, I'll be all good, but...
Round 2. Respawn timer increased.
For the moment, it gives me a noticeable disadvantage.
Covenant threat.
Taking fire. Enemy elite.
It's a ghost squadron.
Hopefully a lot of people get vehicles and I can just hitch a ride on their weapons and stuff. Like extra tank guns and whatnot. Tank machine gun, warthog cannons.
We're losing teammates to the Ghost Marauder.
Oh, I'm dead. Didn't see the guy coming up my flank. Come on, weapons, work. I'm just picking any random one at this point. No. Something like this used to happen a lot back in the day. Back when I played Halo consistently. It did it in a different way though. Instead of being able to pick all the weapons that you're usually able to pick, but just nothing actually registering, what it used to do was the thing at the... What the hell hit me? Oh, I got assassinated. Is the thing at the top where it says press Y to access the rec station, that would continuously spin, so you actually couldn't come in here. I mean? It has the same effect at the end of it, and I get screwed by not being able to get a weapon. We'll make do. A little bit of a challenge never hurt anybody. Especially me. Make the best of it. What am I gonna do? Sit here and cry and say there's nothing I could do? Game's glitched, game's bugged. It is what it is. I think we all have the same idea anyway.
2 minutes remain.
We all just focus. Yeah, it's right outside. It's about to die. Just take out the boss one. Round will be over. The other ones will despawn. Over. Oh, a little bit of a weird encoding glitch here.
Incoming Prometheans. Prometheans warping in.
Yeah, they just scatter everywhere, the motherfuckers.
Enemy crawler's got a piece of me!
Really wish I had better weapons. Oh no, I changed weapon one too many times. I still would have died because the guy that killed me was behind me, but... Thanks Microsoft. After all these years, your game still performs like shit. Having a ridiculous amount of patches 3 years later, and even actual proper improvements with the Xbox One X patch, your game still doesn't work properly. It hangs everywhere, hangs on menus.
Suppressing team signals!
But hey, gotta get those microtransactions, right? I'm basically useless this round. I can't get any weapon that's effective against Phaeton at all. No, I'm completely fucked. I have to wait for someone else to drop something, or else I'm just fodder.
Teammates need help with the recon pilot.
I wish someone would get a vehicle that I can hitch a ride on. Fuckers are everywhere. Oh no. I saw that coming as I stood out. I got fucking vaporized. then I can't do anything with the weapons. Thanks, game. Yeah, this. I can already tell that we're not gonna finish round 3.
They hit me.
What am I gonna do? Pull a Tom Hanks and shoot it down? I know. I realized it was a tank, but yeah, I'll take it out with a handgun. It's fine. Saving Private John. Yeah, 1 minute, as if it's gonna work. And then my Xbox is just like freezing up. I think that's like the 2nd or 3rd time it's done with this game now. Maybe that has something to do with why it's unable to do anything. But hey, look, you know, it can barely play the game for it, so... Another reason this needs to come to Windows 10. I'm gonna do it. That was terrible, I barely even hit it. Now I'm all over it though. Where's everyone else? Where was the help guys? Almost had it. You know, team didn't support me whatsoever. Absolute raging. Oh well. That was kind of a write-off game as it was anyway. But still, an hour and a half of Halo wasn't bad. Even if I only did get about 3 or 4 matches in. 2nd from top, but it's still an embarrassing enough one. We get another gold pack before we go. I was thinking, will this actually want to purchase now? Because online stuff doesn't seem to want to work for me. Not bad. More helmets. You know what, real quick, just before we finish off, I'm going to take a quick look at my Rex. Because I know I have the majority of stuff. Right, we'll leave, like, customization. I mean, we have a lot of it. I mean, that's 88%, but when you look at it, there's still several hundred of them. I'm missing, what's that, 29 of them? Okay, that's, I mean, that's not too bad, I guess, but... I mean, you look at some of the other stuff as well. I mean, you think of body parts, 201 out of 229. I could have sworn I needed a lot more, to be honest. 57 out of 60. Let me come back out and take a look at some of these. Okay, we're missing a shitload of emblems, which is a problem. A lot of these are almost finished, though. Weapon skins, and well, the announcers, I suppose you have to pay for them anyway, so that doesn't count. But like loadouts, I have all assault rifles, all battle rifles, all DMRs. Like, look at this. This is actually, that must be, yeah, that's 100%. I have all base weapons, loadout weapons. I have 97% of power weapons and vehicles. I have all power weapons. That's crazy to think. Like, that's a lot of power weapons. I have almost every vehicle. I technically have every power-up. Oh no, it's not power-up I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think of something else. It's the boosts I'm thinking of. Like, I have all the arena ones. I'm not going to scrap them because, you know, why not? And even though I've technically had all of these, I just used them all. So that's why a lot of them are gone. But yeah, decent progress on all that stuff anyway. But that's it for the moment. I'm going to leave it here because, well, it's kind of fucking up, so it seems like a logical time to take a break. And even then, I promised myself I'd take a break before we actually got to it. So I want to thank everyone for my miniature return to Halo. Not a full-time return, not a proper return, not a committed return, none of that stuff. But it's let's call it dipping my toe into Halo again. We'll see how it goes anyway. It might happen more often, it might not. But until then, I want to thank everyone who joined in, hung out in the stream chat, shot the shit with me, all the usual, you know, because without you guys, I'm just sitting here playing Halo by myself, and, well, that's far more mundane than hanging out with you guys and shooting shit and whatnot. So, I want to thank everyone for doing all that. You guys are badass as always. Peace out, and I will see everyone next time on whatever comes next. Be it more Halo, a different stream, or just random videos. Peace out, guys.